on, babies.
Thank you, Irene.
Thanks, Irene. Boys, welcome.
Thank you for having us today, Richard.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome to the Wednesday show, our NFL recap show. Let's kick it off with some opening thoughts, some opening takes on the NFL weekend. Bill?
St. Louis Rams.
LA Rams?
LA Rams. What you doing, baby girl? What you doing? Number one team in the NFL. You're playing a team that lost the MVP, in my opinion, in Derrick Henry, and Matthew Stafford looked like a pumpkin, and probably I nominate him for the worst interception of the year over Carson Wentz 2 weeks ago, because that interception he threw on the goal line blind rivals Carson Wentz. But oof, not a good showing on Sunday Night Football. Not a good showing for the number one team in the NFL.
At least Carson Wentz threw it lefty getting tackled. Matt Stafford hummed that thing with his good hand, eyes forward.
Just take the safety, bro. It's 2 points. You just
dumbass. I have like tape or something on my arm and it just ripped out all my arm hair.
You just left Charlotte. It's probably AIDS.
Oh, fuck. My opening take. I would challenge that interception if Josh Allen's interception went for a pick six, but it didn't. But that was just as bad. He's turned into a fucking loser pumpkin too. I'm not going to go with the Bills losing to the Jags, although that's an easy one. I'm going to go with Ray's Bengals suck. They suck. They suck. They suck. Toot, toot. Told you. Never bet on Cincinnati. Never believed in Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, pick six, 99-yard pick six. Not a top five quarterback. The Bengals below again.
Rich, doesn't it hurt to be so right about this? Like,
can I ask you two cunts who you guys took on early lines?
Right.
Did you take the Browns or the Bengals? Exactly. My opening take is the NFL is wide open like Bill's mom's vagina, because well, God, I hate you, Bill. It's any given Sunday, anything can happen, and it just shows this week after week 9. Top teams going down left and right: the Rams, the Bills, the Cowboys getting blown out at home. Anything can happen. That's why I love the NFL, because it's anyone's year every year,
except for the past 20 years.
Well, yeah, it's always been Tom Brady's year.
Certainly ain't fucking Patrick Mahomes. You want to talk about pumpkins?
You say pumpkins or blumpkins? Because he's a blumpkin.
Nah, your mom gives me Friday mornings.
Wow.
Friday morning.
We're starting to figure out the weekly status for Irene all week. All right, perfect.
Friday mornings at Irene's. I take a shit.
Now I know why she keeps declining my brunch invitations, Mitch. Welcome to the Simon Sports Show, Wednesday edition, NFL recap. Welcome to Raymonds Show.
Oh, wow, you like to call me Rain? No Dr. Big Mac, no obvious one, no fat ass.
Fat tits.
We spent some time together. I feel like we're got a little bit closer.
No, it was the other way, because I was on the back of the scooter while we were cruising around the town. It was nice.
Did Rich push back?
He clenched at one time because the brakes weren't working down the hill. We got scared.
Because it's not.
I did say if I woke up to some wrapped around my I wouldn't be angry, but that didn't happen.
You did say that. We had a lot of nice talks during the weekend.
I'm just gonna beat that.
Okay. Do you want me to go with best games?
No, why don't we go ahead and start with White Birch Brewing, which is the best craft brewing in New Hampshire. Ray, address, please.
460 Amherst Street.
Still running a little bit slow there for the weekend bender. Hydrating, good for you. I'm sure that there's a delicious White Birch Brewing.
I call that every weekend.
I don't know why you'd be drinking anything else. And if you do it at home, good for you. If you can get down to the brewery, please do so. Or if you just get it at your local beer store, wherever you get it, tell them the Simple Minds boys sent you White Birch Brewing. Hey, Ray, why don't we go into the best games of the weekend here, if it's okay with you? It was a good one. Some bad football, but some close games. Who wants to start? You want me to start? You got me first on the list.
Yeah, why don't you start?
I'll start. I got to go. Well, I didn't watch that Ravens-Vikings game, but the Ravens have just been putting a clinic on letting teams roll over them in the first 3 quarters and then come back. But I
pray for Justin Tucker to make a field goal.
They passed on 2 serviceable 57-yarder, and I think.
What have I done to you to interrupt me as much as you've interrupted me this evening?
Be
what
ugly.
have I done to you?
What do you say, you guys? It's Bill.
God damn it.
And it's every show.
I just told you my mind is working at half speed. You can't be plugging in fucking words at my face as I'm trying to come up with thoughts at that slow of a rate. Let me go with the Falcons and the Saints. Falcons and the Saints, division game. Falcons pulled it out. Saints made a late comeback. Alvin Kamara punched one in. They couldn't get all the way over. The Falcons are a weird, tricky team. I have uber confidence the Patriots will beat them, but they can kind of show up on any given Sunday, like you said, Ray, and put up some points with still fucking Matty Ice down there, one of the all-time losers. But I don't know, division game, NFC South always puts on a good show.
Yeah, you kind of stole mine. You Tennessee. New Orleans was up to 24, down 24-9 at one point. They came roaring back, and then again, Atlanta kicked the field goal to win it at the end. So I mean, that was a good game, and again, a division game. I thought it was the most exciting game, and again, that and Baltimore and Vikings. I thought Baltimore would roll. Should have probably rolled. Didn't look good the whole first half, even after Dalvin Cook had 100 yards in basically the first quarter. And then they kind of figured out it was a good overtime game. You want to talk about a great interception. I think Lamar threw a terrible pick late, and Minnesota couldn't capitalize it. But yeah, there was a couple. That was probably the two best games of the weekend, I think.
The Ravens are a weird team too.
89 offensive plays. Crazy.
That's a lot. I blame it on Lamar Jackson because I don't believe in him. I don't know if he can actually win, but they keep winning. So I don't know. I guess you have to give them credit for that. Although, like you said, the Vikings are no juggernaut, and they keep dropping down 20, 24 points every game, and then having to come back. Till they get the Colts, the Vikings, they do come back.
So, yeah.
What's your game, Raymond?
I had Packers Chiefs. I mean, that was the marquee game of the week for the NFL, and it was close. I mean, both teams sucked. It was fun to watch the collapse of both these teams.
7.
Yeah, it was fun to watch both these teams collapse. I mean, Patrick Mahomes looks like shit. Jordan Love is not the real deal. Aaron Rodgers was at home with his unvaccinated ass, laughing his ass off while he was knowing that he's still going to be the quarterback for the Packers here on out.
Eating clay out of his wife's vagina.
Hey, what you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, I was entertaining for me.
Using her pussy.
That game fucking sucked. That was an awful, awful football game. That's why
I enjoyed it. That's why I enjoyed it.
I don't know what the hell
I'll give the Chiefs credit though. They put his mom and his girlfriend in the last row of Arrowhead Stadium.
Jordan loves.
Oh, did they really?
I saw that.
The last row, and they kept bringing the camera up, and you can clearly see it was a last row stadium. I love it. These are good seats, honey.
2 green shirts and the sea of red. I don't know what the hell is wrong with Patrick Mahomes. Although I'll toot myself.
For 154 yards.
Ooh, I know.
Go ahead.
His brother and his wife being embarrassing fools on TikTok and making his family name a disgrace to the whole NFL community. Yep,
I'll take it. I also said this beginning of this year, the end of last year. At one point in time, we're going to find out how good Mahomes is, because if things aren't clicking on all cylinders, we've seen quarterbacks go into the shitter and not really come back. And we've seen it specifically with Andy Reid teams. And hey, it's happening. How good are you, Mahomes? How good are you when, you're not, are you really in command of your offense? If you don't have a 70-yard bomb every game, does your offense really work? Can you drive 14 plays and get a touchdown? No. The answer is no, they can't. Look at the way that they've won the past 3 or 4 seasons with Mahomes. It's been big plays, big chunk plays, once or twice a game, and scoring at a whim. I don't know if they know how to control a clock. I don't know if they know how to play possession offense. They can't run the ball, or at least they fucking refuse to. Welcome to Andy Reid. And Patrick Mahomes has no accuracy right now. He looks like shit. The whole organization looks like shit. Congrats on your dynasty, Kansas City.
Yeah, and if you got lucky here with Aaron Rodgers not getting the jab, I mean, healthy Aaron Rodgers, that Green Bay team is fucking rolling. They are rolling over.
Close.
They're rolling over Kansas City. You caught a break there, and it keeps you in the playoff hunt. But yeah, Aaron, Mahomes threw for 153 yards.
Yeah,
I believe until that's something's. They figured the NFL's kind of figured him out. You saw Josh Allen this year, kind of the only one. Lamar had this problem last year, but all of a sudden this year he's looking kind of back to his MVP self. But the young quarterbacks, Justin Herbert had a couple bad weeks, but this is consistently all season for Patrick Mahomes.
I wouldn't even say they figured. Watching that game, Kelsey dropped a couple, but he's just off. He had Tyreek Hill twice on big burner routes that he either underthrew him or overthrew him, which is almost impossible to do with Tyreek Hill.
Or he waited for the secondary.
Well, they also have no run game too. I mean, if you're just sitting trying to protect the pass the whole game, because I mean, Patrick Mahomes can get out of the pocket, but he's not a Lamar Jackson running quarterback. You know what I mean? And they have, they lost Hilaire. They have Noah Williams, Dion Williams, is that his name? I forget. Damian Williams is in Darrell Williams, that's his name. Damian Williams is in Chicago.
Playoffs? Well, who's that loser that they call playoffs who's not going to get back to playoffs? Anyway, that was good. Should we mention any other good games?
No.
Cleveland Cincinnati game was awesome.
That was a blowout.
Exactly.
Yeah, you two fucking idiots took the Bengals. Nice job.
This guy lives on early lines. It's the only thing he cares about because the only thing.
I can't wait to see that fucking smooth face in a couple of weeks. Actually, Bill, we have an out for you if you'd like.
Go ahead.
We'll tell you on early lines. Stay tuned for that, folks. On Sunday.
Let's go ahead and move on to the best surprises of the week. Ray, why don't you get us? I'll get us started. OBJ. Let me read what you wrote. OBJ really stressed Baker out. Without him, the Browns dominated the Bengals, who will always be the Bengals. Baker throws for 2 touchdowns, 218 yards, and a big 41-16 win. Yeah, I guess that was a surprise. I guess that was a surprise.
Joe Burrows threw a 99-yard pick six to Denzel Ward.
Convincingly, he left that out of the notes here, Bill.
That's not a surprise.
Nick Chubb ran wild all over Cincinnati. I mean,
what's the headline? Biggest surprises. None of those are big surprises. OBJ. Baker Mayfield said OBJ was stressing him out, and that's why he hasn't been playing up to his expectations. He gets cut, and now he's playing at Baker Mayfield type.
Wait, did I miss that? Did Mayfield actually say that?
Yeah, that's why I put that in there.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
When did he say that?
Can I ask you?
Friday, I think.
Can I ask you a question, Raymond?
Yes, please, Billiam, by all means.
Why would, for biggest surprises, you start with Cincinnati and Cleveland, where
great question, Bill.
the Buffalo Bills just lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars? Go ahead.
Okay, so I was in the airport of Charlotte taking a nice number 2, and I was scrolling through the scores, and Cleveland came first, then came Buffalo. So I was just going down through my notes.
So why don't you take it upon yourself to go, oh, yeah, Buffalo and Jacksonville, biggest surprise of the week.
The next time you actually make an email to support
I make an email every week.
Children. I'm going to have to mute these two. Fucking losers. Quit fighting. Biggest surprise of the week is the Bills losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and not just losing to the Jaguars, scoring 6 points. The number 1 offense in the league scored 6 points against the Jaguars. Ray put in parentheses, bah ha 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 ha. First time Josh Allen sacked Josh Allen.
That was
came up on my news feed, so it must.
Dude, he had a sack, an interception, and a fumble. I think off Josh Allen. Josh Allen had a great game.
Josh Allen
did have a great game. Yeah.
Bills 5-3, only a half game up on the division over the Patriots. I'll give you some more. Kyler Murray out. Hopkins out. Cardinals still win big. Colt
Hopkins
McCoy.
Played.
What?
Did he play?
Hopkins played.
I thought he didn't play. Colt McCoy goes 200. I don't think he played. Goes 249.
Read the email.
I don't think he played. I didn't think he played.
Colt McCoy goes 249 yards and a touchdown. Cardinals D stops the 49ers and looks like they could be the best team in the league again.
Yeah, James Conner had 3 touchdowns to lead that offense, had 77 yards passing, 93 yards rushing. I mean, now Chase Edmonds is gone for 4 to 6 weeks. So, I mean,
James Conner's team, baby.
James Conner's now. I mean, that's a big win without Hopkins or Kyler Murray. You know, they weren't. You're saving Kyler Murray for the regular season, the rest of the season. I mean, you're showing why Arizona is probably the best team in the league right now.
Like I said, DeAndre Hopkins did not play on Sunday, so I don't know why you guys.
Big win for the Cardinals without your number 1 wide receiver, one of the best in the league, and future MVP Kyler Murray. Does this say more about the Cardinals or the 49ers?
Probably the 49ers, because again, James Conner kind of carved up that defense. 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 passing. He was involved all day in the running game and in the passing games. I mean, this is a game San Francisco probably should have won, and their defense just shit the bed. Jimmy Garoppolo is clearly not the guy. At one point, I believe it was 30-0 or somewhere up there, and then it was 31-14. I think they finished. San Francisco tacked on a couple shitty touchdowns late in the game, but dude, it says more about San Francisco. I mean, I think Arizona's talent wise, they're one of the best teams in the league. And you went in there without AJ Green, without DeAndre Hopkins, and without Kyler Murray for that offense, and you put up over 30 points. I mean, that says more about San Francisco.
Do you think they'd be better with Trey Lance though? Do you think he would have done anything?
No, they should have taken Mac Jones. They should have taken Mac Jones at 3. That's the big play, and they're going to pay for it for years.
I'll just say this about the Cardinals: Colt McCoy is one of the best backup quarterbacks this league's ever seen. Every time he comes in for a game like this, he generally plays well. If he has to play more than 3,
Cleveland, he beat the Patriots in a backup role in Cleveland one year.
He's like when Brian Hoyer was on that run of like nice backups, and he got the starting job in Cleveland. You know, you just there's just those guys that are good in these type of situations. More than this, can't rely on him. Colt McCoy, 250 yards and touchdown, not bad. Rams gamble for the win. Now isn't looking so great, losing at home to the Titans, 28-16. Stafford throws 2 interceptions, one of the worst ones of all time. Quote says the Queen. Quote: Rams lose ground on the Cardinals for the NFC West. Titans atop the AFC at 7-2. No King Henry, no problem. Big statement. When at one point in time they looked like they were going to run away with this too. It was like 21-0 in the second quarter, right?
21-3. 20-3. But yeah, I mean that
it was
21-0.
Yes, Rich, you're right.
I think it says more about it was 7-3 game. It was 14-3 after Stafford threw two picks and
21-3. I think is what I said.
Anyways, I don't think it says more the Rams. I mean, Matthew Stafford just shit the bed. They should have beat them. I don't think Ryan Tannehill threw for 155 yards. I mean, that was the Tennessee defense.
Can we start questioning McVay? More often than not, well, not more often than not, but every once in a while, couple times a year, his teams have fucking stinkers like this. Just absolute laydowns. I don't know.
It's a second one for the Rams.
It's the second one this year.
His game schemes. He doesn't change his schemes up at all. He's a very stubborn little man. He has little man syndrome.
And they force a lot to Cooper Kupp. I mean,
I can attest.
He has 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns in 9 games.
I mean, he's been absolutely excellent, but yeah, I don't know. I don't watch enough Rams football to know if he doesn't adjust or, if he doesn't game plan separately for different teams and, people just get his number and then roll over him. Or Matt Stafford is kind of like him. A couple times a year, he's good for a fucking stinker too, especially come playoff time. So
he's never beaten the Titans.
I'd expect the Rams probably to bounce back and put up a 40 spot next week because that's the type of team they are. But I think it's time for people to start questioning McVay and how good of a coach he actually is. Offensive genius. I don't know about his teams ready to play every single week consistently.
One thing we can all agree on, though, McVay, hot wife.
Ooh, smoking.
God, it's so hot in here. Broncos win 16-0 at halftime over the Cowboys. Two-headed monster Zeke Pollard get held to 62 yards combined. That might actually, that rivals the Bills game for the actual biggest surprise.
It was 30-0 at one point. You forgot, and Dallas scored 2 touchdowns real late in the game. Why would you put 16-0 at halftime? They were up 30-0.
I'm just reading what was written from the shitter in Charlotte.
I know. I'm just saying it was 30-0 at one point, and then Dallas scored 2 late fourth quarter touchdowns. That's the biggest surprise of the week. They should have rolled, and Dak just was pathetic. I mean, he was pathetic. It knocks him down a peg. I mean, you're talking about one of the best teams in if not the best team in the NFC. Plus that offense, they have one of the best offensive league. They put up the most passing yards on a Belichick defense ever. 3 weeks ago in New England, 4 weeks ago in New England now. So I mean, that's the offense that you expected to roll over Denver, and Denver had no answer for Bridgewater and Patrick. I believe that's his name. Tim Patrick.
Again, I go back to coaching. And Ray, you had the Cowboys. This is not me shitting on you, although it's going to sound like it. You had the Cowboys as one of the best teams last week, even though Dak didn't play and they won. And I don't trust fucking Mike McCarthy. I don't even know if he does anything. I honestly don't know if he does anything. His success came with Aaron Rodgers, who did everything. And now Dak Prescott has kind of come into his own, and he gets into a tough game, and they look like shit. And was there adjustments? I don't know. I didn't watch enough of the game, but same. I have to question that coaching, and you get into a rock fight in a tough game. Can you make the adjustments, or do you lay down and die and give up 30-0 over the fucking Broncos, who frankly stink?
Yeah, they're terrible. Honorable mention for biggest surprises: Raiders, Giants. Giants got the win there. I thought the Raiders, especially after what happened this week, that made me be fired up to play. And let's be real, Giants fucking suck. Now but you saw them beat 2 5-win teams, and then the Saints, they beat them for their first win, and now they beat the Raiders, 2 5-win teams. But come on, man, Raiders should have rolled over the Giants.
The Raiders are dead. The Raiders are absolutely dead.
They just cut their other first round pick, Arnett.
Too
you
soon?
can't say too soon.
Sorry. Apologies.
They also just cut Arnett, who was on Instagram Live waving guns and threatening to kill fans, who's also crashed 4 rental cars in Nevada in exactly 4 weeks. So
go to Vegas. It'll be fun.
They just lost their 2 first round picks last year. Ruggs in a loaded wide receiver draft. That's Justin Jefferson go number 27, and then you saw Arnett go 19 or 20, and now you lost both first round picks in the middle of their second year in the league. Insane.
Yeah, but they signed Deshaun Jackson, so there's no way that could go bad. He's a pretty solid character
because he didn't want to play for the Rams, who are again one of the best teams in the NFL.
I had this thought
because I don't think he can wear blue, right? He's gang, isn't he? A blood?
Dude, that's so funny if it's true,
right?
I had this thought. I meant to text it to you guys. The fact that Deshaun Watson, who's been in the league for 12 seasons or something like that, has never won a Super Bowl.
Jackson.
What?
You said Deshaun Watson. Just
Deshaun Jackson.
Yep.
Has never won a Super Bowl. At the time, the Rams were head and shoulders the best team in the league, if not the Cardinals. Request a trade to get off a top 3 team in the NFL. That tells you all you need to know about this guy. Keep that guy away from my fucking team. He belongs on the Raiders. He absolutely belongs on the Raiders. The Raiders are gone. They're dead. Sorry. Their season is over.
They're not good anymore.
They had their rally game when Gruden got booted off. They lost their 2 young studs. They're done. It's over. Bye-bye.
You could almost say they crashed and burned.
Let's go ahead and move on to Dr. Big Max. Way too early, right on time.
Nope. Best matchups for Week 10.
Oh, I apologize, Ray. Why don't you give us the best matchups for Week 10?
The first one I have is the 5-4 Browns traveling to Foxborough, Massachusetts, to take on our New England Patriots at 5-4.
Wouldn't you look at that? The Patriots are right back in primetime situation. Did any of you guys see the national clips from Rex Ryan, Ryan Clark, Stephen A. Smith?
They think we go to the Super Bowl. Fuck off.
You're saying the Patriots go to the Super Bowl?
Ryan Clark says, I hate, it pains me to say this, but to pick the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah, they're high. They're high.
Rex Ryan literally put his head in his hands and went, no, 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 no.
Oh no.
It was just made me smile.
Next one I got is the New Orleans Saints at 5-3, traveling to the best team in the AFC, which is Bills Tennessee Titans at 7-2.
Good game. Should be a good one.
That should be a good one.
Ray loves the Saints.
I'm not picking them this week. Last I have the 5-4 Chiefs versus the Las Vegas Raiders, who are at 5-3. AFC West. There's not a lot of good games this week.
Chiefs on the road too. We say this every week.
Not a lot of good games this week. This season, by the way, has sucked for matchups. Every team has played every team by this point, and it's all been garbage, according to us. Before every single week, Chiefs and Raiders might end up. That could be one of the ugliest passing games of this season. None of them are going to commit to the run. Neither of them can throw the ball right now. It might just be
throw
like
50 times.
400 incompletions for like
I predict 900 yards combined from the two guys. It's just going to be a passing fest.
Maybe. Yeah. All right, now let's move on to Dr. Big Max. Way too early, right on time. Power rankings. This
I hate it.
This it's gonna be fun. I try not to look, but I caught this one first. So
just a big paragraph at the end. Come on, go ahead.
All right, at number 10, I have the 5-4 Cleveland Browns. At number 9, I have the 5-4 Los Angeles Chargers, and at number 8, I have our 5-4 New England Patriots.
Wow.
Can you go? Just go the bottom 5. Let's do that. Let's go 5-5. It's easier to do it that way.
Sometimes I do that. You yell at me. Sometimes I
no, because we tried this.
At number
last week.
7, I have the 5-3 New Orleans Saints. At number 6, I have the 5-3 Buffalo Bills.
It's kind of hard for me to argue that.
What don't you like about that?
I'd like to argue it.
I can go with it because go ahead. We got to keep going because I just feel like.
Is there some team that you would take out and put a different team in there for the?
I put Cowboys in over Browns.
The Cowboys aren't. Oh yeah, I don't have them on there.
Oh my God! And the Packers.
Nope, yeah, Packers are out. Packers are out because Aaron Rodgers is now being investigated. Who knows how many more games he's going to miss now?
That's a tough call. I mean, I understand
fined.
I understand the logic, but Aaron Rodgers will be back this year. They will be a playoff team, and they will be a team you don't want to mess with. Hard to leave them off the top 10.
So this is what I'm doing. I'm putting Pats at 10, and then you're taking the Browns and the Chargers out, and you have to find a spot for the Cowboys and Packers that you don't have on this list.
Yeah.
You have to. They're 7-2.
Is this called the Queens? Is this called the Queens Power Rankings, or is it called Dr. Big Mac's Power Rankings?
No, but me and Rich are.
I don't want to take as demanding of a tone as you just did, Bill. I would just politely offer. I would suggest putting the Packers in this list.
I like
somewhere.
that. Thank you, but I won't.
Okay.
You want me to give you my top 5 now?
Sure.
At number 5, I have the Los Angeles Rams at 7-2. At number 4, the Baltimore Ravens at 6-2. At number 3, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 6-2.
Okay.
At number 2, the Tennessee Titans at 7-2. And at number 1, Bills, Arizona Cardinals at 8.
All right. Cardinals, Titans, Rams should be the top 3.
Cardinals, Titans, Rams.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks at 4.
Rams just lost again.
They're 7-2. They lost to the Titans, who you have number 2 in your power rankings. How does the Rams, who we had number 1, drop all the way to? Hold on, let me check the notes. 5 after losing to the number 2 team that we have here. Okay, so I mean, you lose. We did this to Arizona last week. We put them at number 2 for losing to Green Bay. After they were number 1, we dropped them 1 spot. Now we're going to take the Rams, drop them 4 spots. They're the number 3 team in the NFL right now, even
bad
losing
loss
to Tennessee. It's a bad loss against the number 2 team that you have in your power rankings. You're too low on the Rams.
I would just like, again, to preface that this list was made shitting in Charlotte. So mistakes can be made, even though they're made every week. I agree with Bill.
And I thank you for your input, Rich. It was very nice how you put that in there.
Yeah, no, you're going to need to change that one. The Ravens are way too high. Rams are way too low.
I have Bucks at 4.
And the Bucks have looked a little bit shaky last time we saw them. Although coming off a bye, I'd expect Brady to come back pretty hot. And frankly, the Bills losing to the Jags, they should be dropped down a little bit lower than they are.
I would put the Packers where the Bills are.
Packers without Aaron Rodgers. Do they make this list?
No, but if Aaron Rodgers plays this week, I mean, they're right there.
Not going to.
If the Packers don't have Aaron Rodgers for 3 more games, should they be on this list?
Nope.
No.
I disagree. Because I still think at that point, they're 7-5. Aaron Rodgers is back in, and they're automatically a top 5 team in the league.
Because what if the Patriots are 7-5? I mean, I'm taking the Packers over the Patriots. Cowboys need to be on this list. You could slide the Cowboys in at 6.
Yeah. Yep. Browns and Chargers need to be gone. Packers and Cowboys, I think, need to be on the list. And
I would go Cardinals, Titans, Rams, Bucks, Ravens, Cowboys, Saints, Bills. I don't know who I'm missing here.
Patriots.
Packers, Patriots. Is that 10?
Sure.
Close enough.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, nod if you agree. Blink twice if you disagree. All right, you blinked 7 times. This has been the Civil Mind Sports Show, Wednesday edition, NFL Weekend Recap, November 10th. We'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Happy early Veterans Day. Thank you for your service, Bill.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. I was never in the service. Yes.
World War II? Wasn't Saving Private Ryan kind of about
Korea?
Oh, Korea.
He was in Korea, the forgotten war. That's why he's so cranky.
Still a win.
Never a war.
Never a war. Conflict. Same thing with Vietnam. It's conflict.
The United States has not been in a war since World War II.
Right.
What? Desert Storm wasn't a war?
What?
It was more of a conflict.
What wasn't a war?
Desert Storm wasn't a war?
No.
I think like 9 people died.
Yeah, no, the United States has not declared war on any sovereign country since World War II.
They've declared like active wars. It's not a full blown like war. So it's like that's how
like your STDs. They're not full blown. They're just there.
I've never had one.
Dormant. Ray, you just got back today.
Yeah.
Right?
When did you get back? Yesterday?
Yeah, last night.
What's that, like 6 hours, 5 hours from there? 4 hours?
I flew.
That range? Oh, you did flew?
We all flew. We're not bitches.
Just running quite slow.
My body hurts.
Yeah.
From all the puking I did.
You pussy.
Oh, I had to puke.
He is a pussy. My brain is just slow. It's not functioning.
Welcome to my world.
Simple minds. Simple minds.